Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Brecon Beacons, otherwise known as Bragaganaganahog. You say it?
Banai Brecainog.
That's what I said. Yeah, so I'm out with Darren, AKA Homes Away on YouTube, and we're off a little overnighter. So we're at the summit of Van Heel, he says it's called, and we're going to be heading up there next. Van Gascoigne, did you say that was?
Van Brecainog.
Bless you. Van Brecainog, whatever that is. I might not be able to pronounce it, but what I do know is the views are stunning. It's clear as a whistle. We've only had a little bit of rain today, considering the rest of the UK is getting wet through, shall we say. Right, let's get up this mountain. So we're at the highest point of this little trip, 802 metres, the summit of
Van Brecainog.
So having a little breather inside the shelter there. We're going to have 10 minutes and then give you a look around. Who's Eddie Butler?
You know Eddie Butler?
No.
The commentator.
Oh.
Rugby commentator. Did you not get him in?
Rugby? What's rugby? That peg chasing? We don't play that in England. I'm not getting too close to the edge. Wow. That view is incredible. Look at it. Just debating which is worse, going up that path or down that one. Not gonna lie, this is tough going. But Darren assures me when we get to the top, it's all downhill.
Watching me struggle.
So finally got to where we want to be, and then we saw this couple of reprimands going to steal our spot, so we've rushed ahead.
I did say that.
We've not seen a soul all day, and then you see someone that you know.
Hello and welcome.
This is Dan from Camp Life Bushcraft. Warren
from Lenny's 360.
Yeah, so more YouTubers.
Yeah.
There's only 4 people in the whole of the Brecon Beacons today, and they're all making YouTube videos. So we've got a hell of a view. Down there we've got Linny Fan Fac, although Darren calls it something else.
Llyn Ifan Fach.
It's all in the pronunciation. So although we've had a long hike and some steep mountains to climb, I brought the big guns with me today. Just wanted to show that you can actually carry, you don't have to have an ultralight tent anyway. I'm absolutely loving this tent. It is a bit heavy, but it's a beast. The quality is incredible. I've not set the sleep system up yet. I'm in awe of this view. I just want to soak it up while we've still got some sunlight. Just look down there at Llyn Fan Fach. It is absolutely stunning. So I've been here before. Down the bottom came up with Arjuan. So I've only seen that from down the bottom. Me and Joe walked up that path there. There's a big car park down there. Still a bit of a trek up, but easier than the route we've took today. What a beautiful place. It's not a sound, just that little tiny bit of breeze. Right, so I just want to give a little shout out to Squarespace, who've sponsored this little trip to Wales. So Squarespace are the #1 place to go if you want to have a go at building a website by yourself. So this week we put our money where our mouth is, and Jo has built a little website of her own. All she did was choose one of the ready-made templates. She uploaded her photos, and within an hour or two, she'd built a website. The platform's got loads of features. So far, Jo's added her social media accounts and linked them to her homepage. She's also going to be setting up an online shop soon, and she's uploaded some of her paintings and photos to a gallery. We've also used Squarespace to get her domain, Happy Creative Mind, and the good news is you get a free trial so you can set everything up before you decide to go live. So if you want to go at building a website of your own, then click the link in the description below or head over to squarespace.com/Paul Messner. You'll get a totally free trial and then you'll get 10% off your first purchase. This is a blast from the past. Darren's in the Helm 1 Compact. I'm not going to ask you how good they are. We'll have a chat about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to get kettle on. It's freezing outside. It's not really windy, but it's wind chilly.
It's got a bite.
Yeah. Brought a little table with me again. It don't weigh a lot, but it just makes things a bit more level on the ground for putting your stove and stuff on. So after my little chat last week about the Soto Stormbreaker, I brought it again. But this time I'm going to be using it with gas. So it is a multi-fuel stove. I don't get on with the petrol stoves. And if you were just having it for gas only, it's too expensive. You need to be utilising its multi-fuel capabilities to justify the price, really. But I've had a little play with it back home, and now we're going to test it in the, not wild, but up in the hills. It comes with this little support for the gas canister, so you can invert the canister on this. Which is great for cold weather. You don't need to invert it though, you can just stand it up normally like that as well. There we go, warm my hands up as well. So this is much more controllable than the petrol stuff. That's only on the low flame. Fingers are starting to go a little bit numb now because of the cold. I'm still on the decaf tea. Made quite a few other changes as well. Got homemade chili con carne there. No rice though, so I've cut back on all the carbs as well, so trying to lose a little bit of this timber. Scrapped all of the sugars. We'll see how it goes. Not even brought a beer with me today. I am cheating a little bit. I know that the sweeteners are no good for me, but I've got a little diet tonic water. That is my treat. Container of milk as well. I'm not going to sup all this, and I know there's a few carbs in that as well, but milk can't be bad for you. Just not prepared to compromise and have black tea. So the stove is much better in the gas format, for me anyway. I can use this comfortably inside the tent. If I run low on gas or the temperature drops, I can invert the gas canister. So it's running directly from the liquid fuel then. So very efficient, very good performance. But as I said, if you're only going to use gas, you're better off just buying a gas stove and not bother with the multi-fuel bit. It's just an expense that you don't need. weak tea. Never make a build order. That's about it for the sunlight. It's alright that. Getting used to tea. I bought a coffee with me as well. Here's one of the packet ones. Decaf. That can be my morning. What's the word? Placebo caffeine kick. Well, that weather soon changed. It's just started raining. We were about to film a little bit of a natter. I think we're just going to plough on through it. Baltic, innit?
Just a bit.
Absolutely Baltic. What you got there?
Whiteburn and True Oktoberfest beer.
Oh, very nice. Rubbing it in, are you? So what have I got? I can't even find it. I've got the Schweppes Slimline tonic water.
You gin to go with that as well?
No
or?
gin, unfortunately. I'm off the sauce for a little bit. I've not quit it altogether, but I'm just going to pick and choose. If I go out with a family and it's an event, then I'm going to have it. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. The amount of keyboard warriors you saw on the internet that just went crazy over it, and the memes that have been done over it, it's just been blown a lot out of proportion.
And I can't outdo anybody when it comes to that. I don't want to try and outdo anybody. All I just want to do is be me. That's my only unique selling point, is me.
Do the spiral.
Yeah, oh yeah, the spiral around you. Yeah, follow me, yeah. All of that kind of stuff. The man's a genius, All unique stuff and a great character as well. And that's the sort of thing that I love about YouTube.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. Got some homemade chili con carne tonight. Thank you, Joe. No rice with it. Told you I was cutting down on the carbs. It's like frozen solid. Bloody hell. It was very saucy last night. Bit of heat will sort that out. So that, it's on a really low heat. It's about the lowest I can get it. And you can already hear it heating up. So titanium's nice and it's lightweight, but it is one of the worst, I think, for cooking, because you just get instant heat. It's easy to burn your food. If you want something a bit thicker, things like cast iron are good, but they're heavy. Maybe an aluminium pan with some sort of, or pot, some sort of non-stick coating. Even a stainless pot, this sort of size wouldn't weigh too much. You can get thin ones. But yeah, titanium, it's only really any good for boiling water, I think. Just have to keep stirring it, make sure it don't burn. In fact, put a tiny bit of water in as well. That should help things out a bit. There we go. Sounds better already. This is just mince, bit of onion, mushroom and passata, a few little spices. Also got a little bit of avocado and cheese to go on the top. Yeah, it's already burning on the bottom of the pan. There goes my coffee in the morning. It's going to be chilly coffee. Chili con coffee. I'm just going to add a bit of cheese. It's hot enough now. Look at that. Bit of cheese on top. And then top it off. And we avocados. Not the same next day. Still gonna eat it. Bon appetit. Thanks, Joe. So this is quite handy. I don't know where Joe got it from. It's called Lock and Lock two-way container. And if you want something like chili in the bottom, a bit of cheese to go on top or something like that, so you can separate two items, or your main course and a bit of pudding. Seals really well, especially when you wedge some cheese in it. Might be handy for someone. So I'm tucked up. The wind is picking up a little bit and it's raining. I can't believe how quiet this tent is in the wind. There's no flapping about or anything. In fact, it barely moves. It's a really good test fit tonight. Oh yes, can you hear that? Fat rain. I'll let you know in the morning how we get on. It's quite heavy, that. Proper test fit. So the wind's picking up a bit. You can see it actually moving the fly. It's quiet. It's been raining for about 3 hours. Tent's not budging though. Good morning. Still windy. Feels weird. Slight bit of dampness to it. My quilt bone dry, which is good. So sunrise is due in about 10 minutes. I don't think we're going to get one of those though. Really claggy out there. I'll let you have a look. What do you reckon? How long have you been up?
I think about 6:30. I opened my eyes.
Come out to see this. Although there are little patches that keep appearing. Like that. Gorgeous. Not quite a sunrise though. Got a bit windy, didn't it?
Yeah, it was forecast to drop off by now, but don't think it's going to.
That's holding up all right, isn't it?
Yeah, like a drum, to be fair to it.
Solid as a rock, that. Right, I'm going to get the kettle on. Ready for this. Oh, even just to warm the fingers up. Bitterly cold, that wind. I'll summarise the gear while you can hear me, but it's worth sticking around till the end because if we get some views of that lake down the bottom, it is stunning from down there. The tent, really, really happy with it. Standing up to this wind with ease. Feels just like touching something cold. It's not wetting my fingers, but it feels damp, if that makes sense. It's a bit strange, but it works. And obviously there's acres of space in here, so it's really comfortable for those long winter nights. I brought the big guns out, so the UGQ Bandit quilt, this is my winter one, kept me nice and warm. And I went back to the Cedar Summit sleeping pad, which I'm going to say, I think the Rab one's a bit more comfortable, but I can't fold the Rab one up to use as a seat, whereas this one I can fold it over and sit on it, which I did last night. This, cheap, 20 quid I think it was, Trekology pillow was brilliant, really comfy, but it's got like straps on it, so it doesn't move out your way. Usually it's better than this. It's better than the Cedar Summit Eros one, which is twice the price. Yeah, it's, although I don't know how it'll do for longevity. The last one lasted 2 years, so can't complain. The stove, you know what, I really like it as a gas stove. You get really good simmer control. Light's really easy, you can invert the gas canister, but yeah, it's too expensive if you just want to buy it for the gas bit. You need to utilise in the petrol stove as well. It's about 170 quid or something like that, but I'm pretty sure you can buy a Soto gas stove that is very similar to this, which is cheaper. If I can find one, I'll link it in the description below. But that is a way I wish I'd gone, rather than getting the petrol stove bit as well, because I don't think that personally I'll use it. This might be the last trip out in these Ultras for a while. I've got some Vivo Barefoots on the way, which I'm going to give them a bash. They are leather, so they will be more waterproof, which I think is a must in these conditions. Waterproof socks do a job to a degree, but your feet get cold in them, and that's not what I want. Nobody likes cold feet. We'll finish off this coffee. We'll get this lot in the backpack, and hopefully things clear up a little bit so we can get to see the lake a bit closer. It looks like we would have had a gorgeous sunrise for a second there. Some gorgeous colours when the clag shifts. Here comes another one to block it off. It's like a time lapse, it's blowing that fast. Look at it. I need to get out and look at this. Wow! Darren's jumped out as well. Not to be missed, that. Look at the wind just dragging it down the side of the cliff. Gotta be one of the best I've seen this. That's everything packed up by the tent. We've got a little bit of a drop in the wind, so it seems like the best time to see if we can get it away. It's hard work packing away in the wind. So I've already tethered the tent to my backpack, so if there's a gust and I let go, it's not going anywhere. And I'm going to work from the side that the wind's not blowing into. So we've still got all the pegs in, holding the tent down. So I've rolled this up differently to how it fits in the bag it came in, but that now hopefully will fit nicely in my rucksack. Is it a rucksack? Is it a backpack? Let me know in the comments. So I've got everything here carabined onto something weighty as well, and this sit pad, I've also got that peg down. Easy bit now, just picking the pegs up and putting the poles away. Right, one last look around, make sure I've got no pegs left or anything like that. I'm going to switch over microphones just to the internal one for the walk back down. So it's not raining, but this cloud base, you feel like you're in a spray booth. Everything's getting a little fine mist all over it. Look at that. Up above the clouds and amongst them. Should we go down that way? I reckon I'll pass.
I don't know, we got the walking poles, so we'll be alright.
Nah, that's where we were camping, right in the centre there. So even down in the bottom, it's quite windy. You probably can't see the waves on the lake. You can see a lot more now, we're getting lower. It is much calmer down here. It's starting to melt a bit in this waterproof now. Gonna ride it out there till we get back. So allegedly, there's a lady of this lake, isn't there? So Joe was telling me last night.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the story exactly, but yeah, there is a lady. I don't know if she's called the Lady of the Lake, because obviously that's English, so there's probably some kind of Welsh term for it.
Yeah, when Joe told me, I was hoping that she's got a little breakfast stall down here. What a stunning place this is. This bit looks a bit ropey. I've got high blood pressure, you know. Look at that though. It is stunning. This is pretty. If they had a saddle on, I'd be jumping on one of those back to the van. So I've not seen a thing for the last half an hour or so, really. Everywhere's clagged out. Just about make out the shores of the lake. The camera probably can't pick it up, but it's so still. Considering how windy it was up top, there's not a breath of wind. All you can hear is your own footsteps and the crackle of your waterproofs. Really atmospheric. Although you can't see a great deal, it's still beautiful here. In fact, the Brecon Beacons has done us proud over the last couple of days. But I'm going to sign off now. Big thanks to Darren for inviting me along.
Thanks for coming.
Make sure to check out his video. I will leave a link to it in the description below. Subscribe as well, you know the rules. And yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.